Shabbat Shalom. Our service begins with Hineni on our song sheets.
Hineni b'tselem Elohim nekavim nekavim nishmati Jehorahi. Hineni b'tselem Elohim nekavim nekavim nishmati Jehorahi. Baruch atah Adonai, wondrous source of healing. Baruch atah Adonai, we thank you and praise your name. Oh God, this body is all I have. May I be blessed to sing your song. Hineni b'tselem Elohim nekavim nekavim nishmati Jehorahi. 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 Baruch atah Adonai, wondrous source of healing. Baruch atah Adonai, we thank you and praise your name. Oh God, this body is all I have. May I be blessed to sing your song. Please join us. Hineni b'tselem Elohim nekavim nekavim nishmati Jehorahi. Hineni b'tselem Elohim nekavim nekavim nishmati Jehorahi. Hineni b'tselem Elohim nekavim nekavim nishmati Jehorahi. Hineni b'tselem Elohim nekavim nekavim nishmati Jehorahi.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Welcome to the Reformed Temple of Forest Hills for our wonderful Shabbat evening, a much-needed break in our long week in a world of pain and struggle. We can come together and draw strength from each other and the comfort we need to face the days ahead. I'm Rabbi Mark Kaiserman, along with Cantor Emily Weigott-Pincus. We're delighted to celebrate Shabbat here all together, here in our sanctuary, and those joining us also on our live stream. Tonight, we celebrate our women's connection as they lead our service in prayer, in song, and in spirit. Leading us in music tonight, we're delighted to have Judy Downer, Julie Alexander, and Gina Drangle joining Cantor on our music this evening, and hopefully all of you singing along with them. And throughout our service, members of the Women's Connection will come up and share reflections and readings and thoughts that fit to this day of Shabbat and to our year of studying Torah. This Shabbat is wonderful for all of us, but it's extra special for one particular family, as Ruby Grunfast celebrates her bat mitzvah this Shabbat. And so it is my pleasure to invite up Ruby and her parents, Jenna and Justin, to the bima as we light our Shabbat candles, page 121 in your prayer books, using the page numbers in the brackets.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness remind us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
קידשנו במצוותיו, וציוונו להדליק נר של שבת.
We continue with the Kiddush on page 123. Please rise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon himkilanu, zikaron limase bereshit, ki hu yom tefila l'mivrei kodesh, zecher yitziat mitzrayim, kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim, ve'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon himchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabat l'chaim.
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 Take an opportunity to wish Shabbat Shalom to someone around you. Please be seated. With the welcome and introduction to our service, we invite up Susan Grunberg.
This year is RTFH's Year of the Torah, and Women's Connection is here to celebrate. In our service tonight, we will honor the many ways women are connected to the Torah, in ritual, in study, in the continuity of our beliefs and traditions. Not too long ago, this would have seemed surprising. For many years, women were essentially cut off from these rituals and traditions. We were not even allowed on the bima to chant Torah, a book which, as Rabbi Kaiserman sometimes reminds us, was written by men, for men, and about men. So we were both surprised and delighted to learn that, according to one rabbinic tradition, the Torah was actually given to women first, before it was given to men. At least that's how some rabbis interpreted Exodus 19, when God tells Moses to prepare the people for the receiving of the Torah at Mount Sinai. The reasons offered for this interpretation are contradictory, since it seems the rabbis did not all agree on the essential nature of woman. One said that God gave Torah to the women first because they are more careful and exact, better at following mitzvot. One said that women were less obedient, rebellious even. You had better get them on board from the beginning, or they will ruin everything, just like Eve did in the Garden of Eden. And others said it was because of a woman's traditional role as a child's first teacher. Who better to make sure that the Torah is passed down through the generations? But whatever the reasoning behind this honor, we're happy to accept it. Our readings tonight affirm our claim upon the Torah, to hold it, to chant it, to study it, to see ourselves reflected in it. And we are even happier to be sharing our evening with Ruby on the eve of her becoming bat mitzvah. In that way, we honor the special role of women in the continuity of Torah and the endurance of the Jewish people. L'dor v'dor.
We continue as we welcome Shabbat with Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi is welcoming the Sabbath bride. And though we are all welcomed in Judaism, the notion that we welcome Shabbat with the grace and beauty that we would welcome a bride on Shabbat, welcoming women as the forefront of who we are and what our blessings might be. Lecha Dodi, verses 1, 2, and then rising for verse 9, page 138 in our prayer books.
Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nikabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, hishmi'anu el hamiuchad. Adonai echad u'shemo echad, l'shemo tiferet v'litila.
welcome Shabbat, we welcome each other and God into this space as we join together and come the second blessing on our Shabbat handouts.
Come all of you, come all of us, and bless the one who blesses. Come all of you, come all of us, and bless the one who blesses. Blessed is the blessed one, blessed is the giver of blessing, blessed is this moment now and every now to come. Blessed is the blessed one, blessed is the giver of blessing, blessed is this moment now and every now to come. Come all of you, come all of us, and bless the one who blesses. Come all of you, come all of us, and bless the one who blesses. Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Come all of you, come all of us, and bless the one who blesses. Come all of you, come all of us, and bless the one who blesses. Do-do-do,
Please be seated. We invite up to the bema Jenna Grunfast and Harriet Grunfast. This reading is not in your prayer books.
At the tent of the meeting,
Finally, after long work, physical and mental, I come to the opening of the tent. I know, God, but do you know what this work means?
you have always been in my thoughts, always in my mind, and even sometimes in my aching back as I worked and struggled on your behalf.
Let the opening of the tent encourage the opening of the text, and let me, your humble daughter, enter and not hold back.
We continue with Ahavat Olam on page 150.
Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ובקומנו נשיח בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך, ומצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו, ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגע יומם ולילה, נגע יומם ולילה. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל.
Please rise.
שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני, אדוני אחד. ברוך שם כבוד, שם כבוד, מלכותו לעולם, לעולם ועד.
Please be seated. We continue with the Via Hafta on page 154 and invite our bat mitzvah, Ruby, to join us back on the bima. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha ve'hayu hadavarim ha'elech asher anochi b'tzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinatam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha v'derech u'shokbecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam le'od al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha u'ktavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Adonai Elohechem Emet. We invite Phyllis Rosenberg to join us on the bima.
This is a reading from Ellen Frankel's The 5 Books of Miriam. She looks for wool and flax, and she sets her hand to them with a will. She sets her hand to distaff, her fingers work the spindle. She makes covers for herself. Clothing is linen and purple. She makes cloth and sells it and offers a girdle to the merchant. She is clothed with strength and splendor.
So we're going to sing Miriam's song, which you can find on page 646 in your Sidurim. We are confined to the bima by our song and our microphones, but anybody who feels like dancing, and there's a whole bunch of tambourines in front, we invite you, come on and join us. wrapped in her delight. A woman touched with spirit, she dances towards the night. And the wind dancing with their timbrels, following as in a song, sing a song to one who is exalted. Miriam and the wind dance and dance the whole night long.
When Miriam stood up on the shore and gazed across the sea, the wonder of this miracle she soon came to believe. Whoever thought the sea will part with an outstretched hand, and we will pass through freedom, march to the promised land.
And the women dancing with their timbrels, follow Miriam as she sings a song. Sing a song to one who is exalted. Miriam and the women dance and dance the whole night long. Miriam, the prophet, took her timbrel in her hand, and all the women followed her, just as she had planned. And Miriam raised her voice in song. She sang with praise and might. We've just lived through a miracle where God danced tonight. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang a song. Sing a song to one who is exalted. Miriam and the women dance and dance all night long. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang a song. Sing a song to the one who is exalted. Miriam and the women dance and dance the whole night long. Bring your timbrel back to the front. You can't keep it for the record to feel them. Bring your tambourines back. No, you can't keep them. You have to bring them back to the box. Thank you. Still has to come back to the box, Jody. Jody has to come back to the box. Box.
We invite up Molly Frender, Jamie Kenyon, and Marcy Keltai.
Blessings for Women's Talmud Study by Monica Steiner. An olive bulk, a hand's breadth, carried on the Sabbath. Your sages are born of my body. Blessed are you, God, beyond the letter of the law. I am not their leavening or their salt, or my own refusals for the sake of propriety. Blessed are you, God, who brings sight to the blind.
In valor or chained, the stars and the sand, they wove me into warp and woof. Blessed are you, God, who brings life to the dead. I pray early before sunrise, when your sons wake to nurse. You roar as we recite your name in praise. Blessed are you, God, who provides food to all flesh.
I am not the Virgin of Israel. I am just Israel, different and chosen, grappling with my errors and blessing my share. Blessed are you, God, who has made me a woman. Blessed are you, God, who commands me to immerse in your Talmud.
We turn to Haparei Sukkot Shalom, words of shelter over us, words of home, of connection, of community. Page 160 in your prayer books.
Baruch atah Adonai, Haporei Sukkot Shalom. ata Adonai, haporei sukat shalom, shalom, aleinu ve'akol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim, ve'al kol amo, ve'al Yerushalayim, shalom. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom, shalom, aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael.
We continue with the Tefillah, the center section of our worship, beginning on page 164 and using the even-numbered pages only. For the very first prayer, if you'd like the English that goes with it, it's the bottom of your first page of your song sheets. Please rise.
Open my eyes to truth, open my hands to give freely, open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love, open my eyes to truth, open my hands to give freely, open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love. Adonai sifatai tiftach, ufi yagid tehilatecha. Open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, ve'Konei Hakol, ve'Zocher Chasdei Avot ve'Imahot, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל, אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מחכה חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומדומה לך, מלך מביט ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלע. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. We just did that, didn't we? We did it. We did it. I think.
We read together in the middle of page 170. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. Please be seated. We invite up Susan Jollis.
Breaking the Fence Around Torah by Devon Spire. This fence around Torah, can women and children peek through? Is there a door for doubters and strangers, a way in for the serial abused? Is its wood beige and blended in, or from trees with roots of many different accents and hints? True, the fence was first meant to keep us in, the people who fell easily to idols, whose stiff neck led us into wilderness and sin. And yet, the fence was broken to invite the poor into the sukkah, servants into the field, and God out into the world. The gulf between judgment and protection is best filled by human beings who paint the fence, take up the fence, and through their work and being, renew Torah.
If there's one blessing we need in this world, it's peace. Peace in our own homes, in our hearts, in our health. Peace in this country. Peace in Israel, in the Middle East, in Ukraine, and all throughout the world. And so we hold fast to our blessing of peace that we strive for and never let go of. Shalom Rav, page 178.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Ki ata hu melech adon leho hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. V'tov beinecha livarech et Amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Tasim Le'olam. Tasim Le'olam. Baruch atah Adonai hamivorech et amo Yisrael b'shalom.
We invite up Lois Silverman, Trudy Turk, and Audrey Frankel.
celebrate. Always we are many selves, wives, mothers, grandmothers, daughters, friends, yet we are all together one.
We sustain one another with laughter, love, grace, understanding, compassion, because we are all together one.
And tonight we exult in our solidarity, our spirituality, our gender, our Jewishness, for we are all together one.
We continue with Modim, a prayer of thanks. There's much wrong in the world. We still always need to think of what's right in our lives and in God's blessings. Modim can be found on the back side of your song sheets.
Modim, modim, אנחנו לך. modim, modim, אנחנו לך. modim, modim, אנחנו לך. שאתה הוא אדוני. modim, modim, אנחנו לך. modim, modim, אנחנו לך. modim, moדים, אנחנו לך. שאתה הוא אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואימותינו לעולם ועד. צורנו מגן בשנו אלוהינו אלוהינו אתה הוא לדור ודור. צורנו מגן ישנו אלוהינו אלוהינו אתה הוא לדור ודור. Thank you, oh Adonai. Thank you, oh Adonai. Thank you, oh Adonai. We thank you, Adonai.
We turn now to our Torah service, beginning on page 364. We invite to the bima Jody Ann Herman and Suzanne Smiley. Please rise.
כי מציון תצא תורה, כי מציון תצא תורה, ודבר אדוני מירושלים. ברוך שנתן תורה, תורה. ברוך שנתן תורה, תורה. לעמו ישראל בקדושתו. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד. אחד אלוהינו גדול אדונינו גדול שמו. גדלו לאדוני איתי ונרום במה שמו יחדיו. לך אדוני
seated. Torah portion this week is Pikudei, the final portion in the book of Exodus. It describes in great detail all the steps that went into building the tabernacle in the wilderness, which has been, over the last few chapters, the focus of the Torah. And it's a reminder, as it talks of all the different people that were involved, all the different steps that were involved, how much a community is needed to make holiness happen. As we share from the Torah, we invite back up to the bima our bat mitzvah, Ruby, to give us a little taste of her Torah reading tomorrow morning. And for the Aliyah, we invite up to the bima the executive board of the Women's Connection. And from their seats, we invite all the members of Women's Connection to please stand at your seats. Because this is the final reading from the book of Exodus, at the conclusion, we will join together in Chazak, Chazak, V'nit Chazek, moving from the strength of the book of Exodus to the strength of the book of Leviticus. Baruch Adonai Hamborach Le'olam Va'ed.
Amen. Vayasem et hakior ben ohel moed uvein hamizbeach vayiten shama maim lerokta verachatzu mimenu Moshe ve'aharon uvanav et yedehem va'et raglehem bevoam el ohel moed Uvkorvatam el hamizbeach yechatzu ka'asher tziva Adonai et Moshe.
Chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek. Be strong, be strong. Let us strengthen one another.
With the Torah out in front of us, we offer some blessings of healing and hope. We are finding strength in the streets of Israel and Gaza this week as Jews and Palestinians took to the streets to speak for peace, for hope, and for the return of the hostages. And so we continue with our prayer for the hostages on the backside of our prayer sheets. A prayer for guarding, redeeming, and freeing of the hostages we read together. May God bless the hostages and all those missing and unaccounted for, citizens, soldiers, men, women, and children who are imprisoned and in grave danger. May it be your will, God of all, that they be released speedily and return to their families and their homes, safe and sound in body and in spirit. Plant the power of hope in the hearts of their loved ones, frantic and yearning for their release. Bring wisdom to the hearts of those laboring for their release, and compassion to the hearts of their captors. May God grant mercy upon them and save them from trouble to well-being, from darkness to light, from enslavement to redemption. May it be swift and soon, and let us say, Amen. In our own homes and families, there are people needing strength and healing of body, of mind, of spirit. And so we think of those who need our blessings of healing, and we think of what each of us can do to help bring that healing to them. In our temple community, we're especially thinking of Queen Ariel Aetius, Debbie Ball, Larry Bloom, Lawrence Brown, Jack Freeman, Arnold Gilbert, Barbara Gilbert, Arlene Green, Jody Ann Herman, Laura Kowalski, Brenda Levinson, Don Levy, Scott Scheidlauer, Roberta Traeger, Rochelle Weinberg, Elaine Wall, Keith Gilman, Renee Weisbaum, Joel Pikus, David Haney, Evelyn Grossberg, Carol Hofer, Edie Weiner, Deborah Byron, Migdalia Feliciano, Ari Sanoff, Jim Hahn, Peter Silverman, Fran Herman, Linda Lemma. We add names in each of our hearts. If there's someone you're particularly thinking of for healing, we invite you to share it out loud here in the sanctuary or on the chat on the live stream. For all those we hold in our hearts, we join in a Misha Barach for healing. This Misha Barach, written by Anita Hollander, can be found on your prayer sheets.
Misha Barach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Limotenu, source of strength, give us courage to make our lives a blessing. Refuah Shlema, and let us say Amen. Misha Barach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Lavotenu, Sarah Rivka Leah Rachel, comfort, healing, body, spirit, refuah shlema, and let us say Amen.
Amen. As we lift and dress the Torah, please rise.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה.
We return the Torah to the Ark with the words on page 374, as we invite up Gwen Leifer and Molly Frender.
Eitz chaim hi lamachzikim ba vetomcheha meushar
be seated. Teaching us some words of Torah is Rebecca Cabanargi.
Good evening. My name is Rebecca Cabanargi, and I am the corresponding and recording secretary for the Women's Connection. This Shabbat, we read from the end of the book of Exodus, Parshat Pekudei. Some find this entry in the Torah to be dry. It's an accounting of materials and work used in the construction of the Mishkan, the tabernacle, a portable sanctuary we were commanded to build at the foot of Mount Sinai. This portion really gets into the nitty-gritty, detailing, amongst other things, the furnishings in the tabernacle, and the specific colors of the strings that we use to weave wall coverings and priestly vestments. It tells us what decorations are needed. But there's more to this parsha. There's a deeper facet. Women are specifically mentioned as being called to the Mishkan, and they bring the men with them. And describing the building of the tabernacle, Torah tells us the men came with the women. That's quite specific language. The men didn't bring the women. The men and women didn't go together. The men came with the women. It's here that the women are the leaders. The women lead the way to bring their gold and jewels to decorate the tabernacle. Adonai tells Moses to let the women bring their copper mirrors so they can be beaten into wash basins that the priests will use to cleanse themselves. The finest spinners amongst the women come and bring the threads that they have spun from the hair of the goats directly off of the back of the goats onto their spinning wheels. As I think about Women's Connection and our place and our purpose in our temple, I see enormous parallels to Pekudei. Just as the tabernacle wouldn't have been as vibrant and beautiful without the donations and the work of the women, what would RTFH be without the Women's Connection? We are a piece of each other. WoCo not only exists within the community, but leads the community with much richness. We meet regularly and explore our Jewish culture, faith, and values with each other. We organize events for the entire temple. There's Mitzvah Day, the community Seder that's coming up, don't forget to reserve, the Hanukkah dinner, the weekly Oneg Shabbat. Many of you were at our most recent big event, the Purim Bingo Night. We spent months bringing Purim Bingo from a tiny kernel of an idea to the full, beautiful, shul-wide event it turned out to be. I loved working with the Parents Association and the Toffee Teens to bring us all together for that event. It was a great event to have, and it was great working to plan it, to set it up, and to bring everybody together ultimately, either standing behind a table or sitting at a table playing bingo. This is something that I hope I can be part of again next year. For me, our Women's Connection is a modern-day extension and interpretation of what the women in the Torah did in Parshat Pekudei. We, as women, bring our time, our skill, our own richness together to build our communities. The women who belong to our temple, our members of WoCo, bring themselves to every event. We ourselves are the fabric of the temple. We each have our strengths, and we all weave together to form a tapestry, just like the vestments we spun at the foot of Mount Sinai. As Susan mentioned in her welcome, Torah was written by the men, for the men, and about men. And we don't often see the women in it very much. We especially don't see them leading. But here, Parshat Pekudei is one of the few. In Forest Hills, in our modern reform movement, women are leaders. We are invaluable. When WoCo met with the Sofer last week, he told us that women do not have to perform all 613 mitzvot, not because we are less than, but because we are already higher on the mountain than the men. At first I thought he was teasing us, but I realized that he meant it, and he was right. Women have held together the communities since the time of the Torah stories, and we continue to do so now. When you look around our temple and our congregation tonight, look closely. Take the time to see the beauty and the strength that Women's Connection spins to make our community richer and full of love. Thank you.
turn to share blessings in our lives, simchas, positive things that have happened. It may not have been a week full of simchas for you, but we draw strength from each other and find the strength in our community. So something good has happened to you in recent days or in days up ahead. We invite you to raise your hand as I come over to you, tell us your name and what good thing has happened in your life.
Hi, I'm Marjorie Blackman. Many of you know what it's been like for me the past 6 months, and I just want to say how happy I am for the support from our congregation, our clergy, everyone here on the live stream, etc. My husband and I were able to go for a little vacation this past weekend. He drove on his own, and we just had a super relaxing time at a little resort, just the two of us, to just kind of put a period at all of what's been going on and move forward.
I'm Susan Jolis. After 6 months of chemotherapy, my grandson was declared in remission this week.
I'm Gavin Birchman, and the Yankees won their opening day game. My name is Emma Kerr, and I made my school's soccer team.
My name is Tess Nathan, and my cousin had a baby today.
My name is Bruce Grossberg. I've been on Community Board 6 here in Forest Hills for the last 8 years, but my term is ending next week, and I'm looking forward to the end of the term and new beginnings. Chazak, chazak. I also wanted to say that since we've last spoken, we've lost a cat and gained a kitten, so that's also an end and a beginning. Thank you.
I'm Susan Grunberg, and on Sunday, my son and I got a chance to perform a good deed, perform a mitzvah, and write a letter in the Torah. And our letter was hey, and it was in the phrase Hayom Hazeh, which means today, which for me, as a lifelong procrastinator, is an excellent motto.
Like with Women's Connection, got a chance to have our Torah read, our letter read, and it was a blessing to be part of that opportunity to have to happen from Women's Connection. And
my name is Abigail, and I have both of my young men home with me, and I'm sitting between them so I can bring them both home in one piece tonight.
My name is Scott Scheidlauer, and April 1st, which is next week, Tuesday, I get to see the podiatrist again, and hopefully I'm healing well.
My name is Sage, and I had a new baby sister 2 months ago. My name is Aspen, and it's just that we did that every day when it's summer, we did to have ice cream.
Hi, Marin Levinson. I want to say Mazel Tov to Ruby for a bar mitzvah tomorrow, and I got to do something nice and give one of my teachers her favorite birthday present.
I'm Justin Grunfast, and tomorrow my daughter becomes a bar mitzvah.
We look forward to many blessings in our lives, most especially that we've now been told to go have ice cream. So we find strength from each other and in the most remarkable places. We turn now to the concluding blessings of our service, the Aleinu on page 586. Please rise.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמענו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. As we speak tonight of the power that our Women's Connection has brought to our community and women throughout Jewish history, we think of the power of the women in our own lives, mothers, grandmothers, aunts, sisters, daughters, granddaughters, friends, neighbors, all those who brought us strength, who brought us guidance, and those who gave us life. And we think broadly of all of those we hold in our hearts, their memory a blessing to all of us, their memory a hope for what we might be. This week marks the yahrzeit, the anniversary of the passing of Alexandra Adelson, Rosalie Albin, Gershon Alter, Manis Berger, Estelle Berlot, Carol Bobrow, Robert Kagan, Herman Chavez, Janet Cohen, Max Cohn, Claire Del Borgo, Ruth Dranoff, Miriam Gottesfeld, Maurice Grossman, Regina Versano Halfan, Morris Horowitz, Frida Jaffe, Louis Katz, John Kaufman, Rose Kraft, Fred Leeds, Charles M. Lair, Lane Leifer, Dolly Lemelson, Pauline Levine, Samuel Lukowitz, Sanford Marcus, Franks Michaels, Beatrice Narker, Gertrude Palter, Mary Petrone, Pearl Pincus, Kay Plotnick, Selma Packer, Fanny Rosen, Elias Sackler, Harry Shaw, Benjamin Schauer, Nathan Seidman, Gene Stern, Philip Sternberg, Samuel Teitler, Sosa Zelikoff. We note in sadness the passing and laying to rest this past week of Edward Byers, father of Matthew Byers, grandfather of Haley and Samara, and the recent passings of Inte Yu, father of Rosemary Yu, Robert Tuller, father of Virginia Weiner, Rhonda Esser, mother of Matt Esser, Arnold Rubin, husband of Judith Rubin, father of Cheryl Hausman, our member Stanley Friedman, husband of Susan Friedman, Stephen Wimpfheimer, uncle of Susan Feigenbaum, Michael Feigenbaum, father of Susan Feigenbaum. If you're observing a yahrzeit, a recent loss, or just have someone's name on your heart, we invite you to share it here in the sanctuary or on the chat in the live stream. For all those we hold in our hearts today and every day, we join in our Mourner's Kaddish, page 598. Please rise. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divrach harutei v'yamlik malchutei, b'chayachon v'yom echon, uv'chayei d'kol beit Yisrael, b'agala v'zman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mivarach le'olam ameh amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei d'kudisha bariku. Le'ela min kol birkata v'shirata, tushbekata v'nekamata, damiran be'alma v'yamru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yamru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael Ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'yamru, Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to every broken heart. And let us say, Amen.
Ose shalom bimromav, uyase shalom. Aleinu ve'al Israel, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'yimeru. Amen.
Amen. Please be seated. With words of welcome on our congregation, we invite up Jane Pinkett, Secretary of our Executive Board.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Rabbi and Cantor, for providing such a warm and inspiring service. We so appreciate Nitzan, Bonnie, and Mark for their wonderful music, as always. Thank you, as always, to Andy and Juan for keeping things running as smoothly as they always do. Women's Connection was completely inspiring tonight, and we just thank everybody so much. The theme and the readings chosen tied together beautifully, and the readers themselves did justice to the words and what they mean. Thank you to all the preparers, readers, and singers. Mazel Tov, Ruby, and to your parents, Jenna and Justin. Thank you, and we were so glad to be able to share your celebratory weekend with Women's Connection. Thank you also to Jenna and Justin for being sponsors of tonight's Oneg in honor of Ruby's bat mitzvah. Several of our Women's Connection members were also sponsors this evening in honor of the WoCo Shabbat, and they include the Cabanargi family, Marjorie Blackman, Audrey Frankel, Linda Freitag, Susan Grunberg, Susan Jollis, and Rochelle Weinberg. We have several 30th anniversary Torah events also coming up in the near future. Starting with this Tuesday, April 1st at 7:30, student Rabbi Jules Zillian will be speaking on Spring into Torah, what our texts have to say about our obligation to care for the environment. Please save the date for Cantor's 30th anniversary concert, celebrating the Torah in song, which is being held on Sunday, April 27th at 5 o'clock. We'll also be having an end-of-year picnic on the last day of religious school on Sunday, May 18th. Rabbi Rachel Goldenberg will also be speaking on Torah through the lens of Kabbalah, Tuesday, June 17th at 7:30. And as we've been told earlier tonight, Passover is very close, and please consider spending Passover with RTFH. The annual second night Seder will be held on Sunday, April 13th at 5:30. Please sign up by April 5th, and the information can be found in the e-blast for registration. Our wonderful Temple Tots program also for the spring continues through June, and the dates for that program and registration can be found in the e-blast. Shabbat Shalom.
Some words of reflection on our Women's Connection, Marjorie Blackman.
Good evening. I want to say thank you to everyone who participated. As you know, everything we do at our TFH takes a village, and this is absolutely one of those things. So, we want to thank Rebecca for her amazing Devar Torah that shone so brightly on what WoCo does for the temple and for all of us. We also had a great planning team that we want to thank that includes Rebecca, it includes Audrey Frankel, Linda Freitag, Susan Grunberg, Jody Herman, Susan Jollis, Jamie Kenyon, Jane Pinkett, Shelley Radbell, Marilyn Reichstein, Suzanne Smiley, Rochelle Weinberg. And of course, we have to thank our senior woman here, Cantor Emily Pincus, who has guided us through all the planning, the process, year over year. She imparts to us her greatness in how to craft this along with the group as a whole. We also had a great group of readers who were some part of the planning team, as well as other members of WoCo. We had Molly Frender, Marcy Keltai, Phyllis Rosenberg, Lois Silverman, and Trudy Turk. And we were honored to share this special evening with Ruby, her mother, Jenna, and also her grandmother. We really thank you for the reading as well. And thank you, of course, to the women who sang with Cantor tonight, Julie Alexander, Gina Drangle, and Judy Downer. We can't do it without you. If you're not a member of WoCo, please come, talk to us, join us, come to our events, look in the e-blast, see what we're doing, and be a part of all that we do here at Temple. So thank you all.
Every week on Saturday mornings, we hold a Torah study online. We've been doing some great books. If you've been wondering, maybe it's time to start Torah study. Tomorrow, we are getting to the story of David and Goliath. So a well-known, powerful story, and join us, please, at 9 a.m. On Zoom for our Torah study. We want to invite Ruby back up onto the bima, along with the president of our youth group, Tafi, CJ Cabanarji.
Hi, I'm CJ, the president of Toffee. Mazel tov on your bar mitzvah, and as a gift from Toffee, we want to give you a bag of toffee because we're funny. Good luck tomorrow.
As we move ahead to an opportunity to share in connection with each other and some delicious food, we begin with our motzi here in the sanctuary, and then move into the ballroom after services for our oneg together. We invite to join up front to help us with the motzi anyone who is not yet old enough and has not had their bar, bat, or b'nai mitzvah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon.
B'tei avon, bon appetit, and we are going to conclude with Hine Ma Tov, which is the last song on your prayer sheets. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.